Alright guys, so this video may be a long one. So here's a few questions, two people with similar questions. Is there a specific supplier you buy from and then sell on? And then we have a question here. Can I ask where you get your cards from? I have been flipping cards. Also watch a couple of your videos. Seem good. I appreciate the feedback. So let's get into it. First of all, where I get my cards, they come from a lot of places, to be honest. Some come from collections that people sell to me, and those people find me through sales funnels that I generated. And we're gonna get more in depth on not sales funnels, but funnels that bring in people that want to sell you cards. There's sales funnels, and then there's funnels of people who want to sell you cards. We're gonna get more into that after this. So I also do TCG Player. I do retail arbitrage, which is pretty much, let's say you buy something on TCG Player for 150 and it goes for eBay on like 200. You could get like a quick little $50 profit, obviously after taxes and fees and all that. You might have made only like $25. So there's that. So there's buying collections from people, and then retail arbitrage, through TCG Player. And then also you could find deals on OfferUp and Craigslist. You could search the Facebook Marketplace, and if there's any profitable deals, then obviously go in on those. So you might see my collection and think like, oh man, where does collection from? Where does collection come from? Where it came from overnight? What's up with it? So like stocks, like anything, like cryptocurrency. Like let's say a guy has $1 million in stocks. He didn't just put $1 million into the stock market, and well, maybe some guys do that. You know what I'm saying? That is true. Some people do that, but basically, you build up to it. Like, let's say a guy has $1 million in stocks. He probably put like 1,000 every week, 1,000 every week, 1,000 every week, and it slowly went up by compound interest, and also through the 1,000 he was putting in every week. So it wasn't like an overnight thing. So when you see my collection, it takes time to build that, months and months and months and months. I've been collecting cards and reselling cards for like over 10 years, easily over 10 years. I've been doing this as a child, and I'm here now. It's something I do as a side business. It's not my main business. I work, and then I have another business that that makes more income for me, and that's what I do. And I buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the side. Like if I see a profitable deal, I'll use my money for my job and buy those cards. And if I could sell those cards on the side, I'll put it back in, and then I'll invest in more cards. So that's pretty much how I get my cards. But I'm gonna talk about like generating funnels to bring people in to sell you cards. So because like I said, most of my cards come from people selling me collections at a loss. Let's say guy has bills to pay, and he needs to, and like let's say he owes $1,000 on his rent. He's like, yo, I can sell my collectibles, and he's like, okay, my collection's worth $2,000. Hypothetically, I'll give you $1,000 for it. I'm not gonna be that harsh on you, but sometimes when the economy's bad, I might do that. Depending on how risky the situation is depending on what type of percentage I could offer. At the same time, you can't be buying cards nonstop and risking leverage. You don't want to be over leveraged and not be able to pay your bills but buy nothing but cards. So obviously, paying low percentages can help you reduce risk. So let's talk generating funnels for people to sell you cards. This could also work for buying cards as well, buying and selling cards. So OfferUp is a pretty good marketplace in my opinion. So this is an ad I posted over a year ago, and it still brings in customers. It still brings in sales. So pretty much I put the best of my Pokemon collection. This is old, so this is not the best of my Pokemon collection. But this is pretty much like, this is bait. Like you put bait. I buy, sell, trade Pokemon cards. So if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, you put I buy, sell, trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and you put your binder, you put your nice stuff out there. So if someone wants to buy your cards, they can look at your portfolio. And if they want to sell you cards, they're like, wow, this guy has a nice collection. He knows what he's doing. Maybe he could offer me a good rate, which I can. So generally, you want to put some stuff. I'm like, howdy, welcome to my listing. Keep in mind, I wrote this a year ago. Where I'm at mentally is much more different. I think I could articulate myself to actually bring in more. But I've been buying and selling cards for over 10 years. I generally got an idea on prices from TCG, Player Lowest, and or a combination of eBay. I generally overvalue cards that have potential to go up in value. I have a store downtown near HEB in South Florida. I generally have a couple of miners of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I'm always buying Pokemon cards generally from 50 to 80%. So honestly, I'll leave the link in my in the description of my YouTube channel, so you can like just copy and paste it, use it as a template, and fix it up to your advantage. So OfferUp is very nice. The market is sometimes saturated. Like if the market is too saturated, obviously leave your post and let it do some work. It's not gonna generate. It's not a magic pill. Like it's not. Everyone wants results like overnight. This has been up for a year. I might have generated maybe like 10 or 20, buys and sells off of this. Not too much, not too crazy, but you got to put yourself out there. You got to make it so that people can find you. If you don't post, no one's going to know that you buy cards. No one's going to know that you sell cards. So put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, let's see. So basically these are some cards on the market. Like this is San Antonio. Like if you click San Antonio and you type in Yu-Gi-Oh, you see all these cards. So people are selling cards. Like, that's pretty cool. Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Duelist Seal, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading, Dark Mission Girl, Ghost. That's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Yu-Gi-Oh! Albat Structure Deck. Weren't those things retailing at like $11.99 or $10.99? You could get it cheaper on here. Nothing too crazy, but always check your offer up if you're just trying to buy cards, trying to find a steal. That you can make offers on these things, like 18 for this from Ghost in the Past 2. I'd offer 10. Obviously, they'll say no, but what if he bites? You know what I'm saying? Ash Blossom times 3, $80. I'd offer $50. They'll probably say no, but that's like retail arbitrage. Like let's say you bought it for 50. Let's say they said yeah, and then you sell it. You try to sell it for 70. You make $20. That without calculating taxes and fees. There's no fees and taxes when you sell on the streets. But obviously, if you're a store like me, you want to write these numbers down at the end of the tax season. You write them down and you pay your taxes. Paying taxes isn't a bad thing, especially if you're self-employed, because you could use that as income, and you could use that later on to get credit or get loans at a bank. So paying taxes is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Let's check out. Let me see. Let's check out my account. So this is my account. 337 sold, 347 followers. I have 78 gold, 5 gold stars. And this is where networking is important and respect is important. Always treat your customers with the utmost respect. If you're selling a near mint card, make sure it's near mint. Don't be lying, you know what I'm saying? Always treat your customer with respect and make sure they're getting the correct product. I like to provide value to my customers. So generally when you're purchasing an investment piece, like if I'm selling you a graded card or a card that has potential to go up or down, I generally like to offer my customers advice and explain to them the risks. Like, yo, if you purchase this graded card, there's potential to go up, but at the same time, there's potential to go down. So I need y'all to understand these risks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a guy that tries to swindle my customers. I'm not a guy that tries to persuade my customers. It's generally I'm providing value to my customer, and that's what I feel confident in. Like, don't sell anything you don't feel confident in. Your customer's gonna notice your weakness. I love selling things I'm comfortable. Like I'm comfortable selling Yu-Gi-Ohs. I believe in the product. I sell Magic cards. I sell Pokemon cards. I sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I believe in those products. I believe the sealed products that I sell in 2 to 3 years, they will be worth more than what you paid for them. And that's where I feel like the value is coming from me. So if you look at my profile, I have a few funnels. Like, I buy, sell, trade Yu-Gi-Oh here. I was at a card convention, so I put selling Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon in Austin. Here's another sales funnel for my card shop. Here's another sales funnel for my card shop. Here's another sales funnel for my card shop. Here's me selling Obelisk the Tormentor. Here's me advertising my card shop again. If you don't have a card shop, that's fine. Get your binders, get your stacks of cards, and try to build a little portfolio of 10 to 15 pictures to showcase what you have and the services that you're offering, you know, whether that be buying, selling, or trading cards. I think that's really cool that OfferUp is like a free type of way to showcase a store. Like, let's say you don't have a store, you don't have a shop, and you only have one binder. You could get that binder and like individually put cards up. It's a lot of groundwork, it's a lot of footwork, but then you just showcase, you pretty much have a whole store online. So OfferUp is definitely a cool place to generate sales and purchases. Like I said, make a name for yourself, make a brand. Me is just Pedro, and just like I said, make sure to keep your stars 5. Like, whenever I see 4 gold stars, 3 gold stars, I'm like, oh man, this might be shady. So your reputation is the most important thing as a Yu-Gi-Oh investor, as a card collector, or just a card salesman. Whatever you do, it's important. Make sure to keep it good. My reputation is impeccable. So yeah, OfferUp as a sales funnel to get people to sell you cards and to sell your cards. You know, it might be slow. Like I said, the market is saturated with a lot of card people. But like me, I separate myself from all these card people because, you know, I really believe in my products. When a customer speaks to me, I'm like, yo, I'll tell you the ins and out of this product. I'll tell you whether this thing could go up or down. Like, I know what I'm talking about. So get acquainted with your products, understand your products, understand the value that you offer to your customers. Like, if you're not providing value to your customers, then, you know, you're not really a businessman. No disrespect, but learn to give value. You know what I'm saying? Like a trade, like let's say I sell you a card. Let's say a card is worth $20 and I sell it to you for $100. That's me swindling you, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like there's karma involved in that. Like, I feel like that's not going to get your business far. Like, taking advantage of people will only get you so far. Let's say you take advantage of someone and you make $100. Then you got to keep taking advantage of people to keep the money flowing. You know what I'm saying? Don't take advantage of people. Learn to do fair business and keep the business afloat. So I apologize. That's probably not something that like is pertaining to what y'all asked, but honestly, it will help you. So I think Craigslist is another cool little sales funnel. It's not like the most fanciest or cleanest website in the game, but you know, you could create a posting and you could put for sale by owner, for sale by dealer or whatever, and you could put for sale by owner, and then let's see, since we're talking about cards in general, toys and games, and you can put posting title. And how I would do this is I buy, sell, trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Normally I would put Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic cards, and all types of things. But this is just an example. And then your description. Like I said, I left a template in my OfferUp. It's going to be in the description. You could copy and paste that template and get pictures of your collection, slap it on there, and you pretty much have a sales funnel that will bring in customers to buy and sell cards. Like I said, it's not the most lucrative thing. It's not fast. People want results overnight. Unfortunately, you have to build up. You have to slowly build customers up one by one. You have to build trust up day by day. You know what I'm saying? So build your reputation, build your customer base. You don't necessarily need a store to make these types of funnels. You do not need a store. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. You don't need a store to develop a brand. Think on that, guys. So we have Craigslist and OfferUp. We also have the Facebook Marketplace. This is the one that I use the least, but I believe there are more people on here. There's also Yu-Gi-Oh groups that you could do, that you could look into. So those are 3 sales funnels that I explained to you. Now I want to talk about retail arbitrage. This is probably going to be one of the more lucrative things. You're going to need cash to do this. So this could work for any product that you have your eyes on. I'm just going to hypothetically use the 2021 10 of Ancient Battles. So what retail arbitrage is to me is basically, let's say this is 142.90 plus 20 shipping. So let's say it's 165 after tax. It's actually 170 after taxes. Let's say I was able to get this for 140. Then I could try to sell it for 160 in my city on the streets, and you know, you won't pay fees, and you'll get a $20 profit. It's not a lot, but it is profit. So that's pretty much retail arbitrage. Example of me attempting to do retail arbitrage. So, first you look for the store names. Now this won't always work. Sometimes the store, sometimes you just can't find the store, or the business doesn't have a website, the business doesn't have a Facebook. If you can't contact them directly, it's not gonna work. So I'll copy the name, I'll go to Google, and then I'll type the name in. And I see as I typed it in and I searched it, and then their Facebook came up. I'll go to their Facebook, and I already liked them because I looked them up earlier. I'll message them. And then, can I message? Goddamn. So I'll be like, hey man, I saw you had the ancient tins, the 2021 mega tins for 170. I'll be like, I know TCG Player charges you a fee. So is it possible for you to give me a form of a discount if I buy from you directly? And most businesses will say yes. Some businesses will be offended, like, no. But the businesses that say yes, they usually will offer 10 to 15% off, because that's what TCG Player would have charged them anyways. This works for eBay listings too. So let's say they give me 10% off. 10% of 170 is usually $17. So it's not the craziest retail arbitrage, but you want, because it's not a super good example, the tins. It was just something that I looked up fast, and it is what it is. So as far as retail arbitrage, you're going to have to look. You're going to have to do research. Like, let's say the tins actually go for 180 on eBay, and you could pick it up for 150. Or let's say 140, that's a better price point. You sell it for 160 or 170, and you profit 30. But because it goes for 180 on eBay, it should be a little easier for you to sell. But you're going to have to sell it in person, because if you sell it online, the shipping and the fees are going to kill your gains. So, like I said, generating these sales funnels plus building a brand will help you with the retail arbitrage. So it's not enough to just be a guy on Facebook with a binder going to your locals every weekend. That's fine if that's what you want to do. That helps too. That helps build your brand as well. But I would say try to develop building an online brand. You do not need a store. You do not need anything. You do not need a tax license. I have a tax license because I do trade shows and other types of things that are required for taxes, as far as like purchasing cards, purchasing from distributors, and this and that. So basically, guys, my collection didn't happen overnight. It was years and years of collecting, buying collections, buying at opportunities. Don't be a hero. Don't buy collections for no reason. Buy when the opportunity presents itself. We know apparently there's going to be a recession coming, and people are going to need to pay their bills. If people lose their jobs, they're going to have to sell their collectibles to pay bills. And when they're selling their collectibles, if you've saved your money, if you were smart with your money and saved it, you'll be able to purchase their collections at a fraction of the price, pennies on the dollar. Like if a guy's collection is $2,000 and he really needs money for to feed his kids, pay his rent, pay his car payment, he might sell the collection for $1,500. He might sell the collection for $1,000. I'm very aggressive. I'm a very aggressive dealer. I could purchase Yu-Gi-Oh cards at very low prices just because I know what I'm talking about. So guys, hopefully that explains something to y'all. It's almost like 1 a.m. I believe for me, so I'm kind of tired. If y'all want me to go like more in depth into like sales funnels in itself needs its own video, and then purchasing cards needs its own video. So I explained to y'all, try to develop a brand, try to develop sales funnels, and also keep your reputation high. And I taught you about retail arbitrage. And at the same time, be patient. Buy when there's an opportunity. Do not be a hero. Don't force yourself to buy a collection that you don't think you can make money on. Always make sure that you can make money. That like when I offer 50% on collections, I'm like, yo, I cannot lose. I cannot lose unless they reprint all these freaking cards that I just bought. Be smart. Do your research. It's not enough to just listen to a guy on YouTube. Do your research. You have to be strong on your own. I can only help you so much. I could only teach you how to walk. You have to walk the walk. So guys, I appreciate y'all guys for watching. I appreciate the questions. I hope that y'all didn't take offense to me putting your names out there. Definitely leave a like because I'm tired. I worked a full shift today, and then I really wanted to record videos for YouTube. So appreciate it for everyone for watching, and I'm gonna let y'all guys go.